Alright, in this one what we're going to do is we're going to be graphing y is less than x minus 2. As always, keep in mind this is really just y equals mx plus b. In this case my y-intercept is negative 2, so I want to start by graphing that. So I'm going to plot that point, so I'll go down 1, 2 on the y-axis. Then my slope, notice in this case I have a coefficient of 1 before my x because there's just one x. It's going to be 1. So my m is equal to 1 over 1. So that means I go up 1 over 1. I'm going to put a point right there. Now I want to go ahead and draw a line. But remember, you got to ask yourself, do I make a solid line or a dashed? And in this case, because it is just a less than sign, we make a dashed line. So make sure that line is dashed, or it'll be wrong. So let me go here, and I'm going to make a dashed line. So now that we got that done, we just have to determine, is our solution the points above the line, or are they the points below the line? So it says, do you shade above or below? Well, let's figure that out. Let's go ahead and pick a point that's easy, that I always like to start with, above, and it's going to be 1, 1. So I'm going to pick that point right there, that's above my line, and it is point 1, 1. So let me put that over here, so we have 1, 1. That's my x and that's my y value. Now I'm going to use my inequality. I'm going to go ahead and say y is less than x minus 2. So I'm going to substitute my values. The y needs to change to a 1 because we're substituting a 1. And the x, we're substituting a 1 as well. Then I bring down my negative 2. And let's see if this makes a true statement. 1 is less than 1 minus 2, which gives me negative 1. Now, this is false. That's not true. So I'm going to put a big X. So it cannot be anything above this line. So I already know at this point, by using that test point, that all my solutions are going to be what's below this line right here. And it doesn't matter which point I pick below, as long as I pick one that's below it. So now that I've shaded it in, I'm going to pick me a point. I'm going to do 3, negative 2. So let's do 3, negative 2. So 3, negative 2. And I'm going to confirm that this is the case by putting it over here. So I'm going to put 3 and negative 2. Remember, that's my x, that's my y. So I have y is less than x minus 2. Now for y, I'm going to go ahead and substitute my negative 2 in there. Is less than, and for x I'm going to substitute my value of positive 3, and then I'm going to bring down my negative 2. So if I go ahead and continue working this out, we have negative 2 is less than 3 minus 2, which really just gives me 1. So is this a true statement? Is negative 2 less than 1? And yes, it is. That is true. So do you shade above or below? We shade below it. So we shade below. Now let's go ahead and take a look right here. It says, what is your solution set? Well, I chose 3, negative 2, but truly my solution are all numbers below the line.